Hey there, this is Jody Watkins, founder of To Be Epic Fitness and Nutrition LLC and First Form Legionnaire Coach. I have the conversation all the time about tracking foods and what that looks like. Most people are more willing to track everything else in their lives except for what they put in their bodies. The problem with that is we don't know what our gas gauge says because we don't really have one. So the only way we know what our fuel intake is, what our individual bodies require, is to have someone, a professional, calculate it, and then you track it. People complain about this, but I'm like, look, the more you practice, the better you get. It's just like anything else. You can literally track your entire day in under 10 minutes. So that's why I do time management and time blocking. You mean to tell me you can't block out 10 minutes? Let's check it out. All right, so as you see, I am using the First Form app. This app is amazing. Not only can you track your foods, but you can also get access to hundreds of workouts, hundreds of coaches. There's a ton of people. I also teach people how to track their water intake. You should be getting at least half your body weight in ounces of water every single day. So it's important to track that too. The whole purpose here is to make sure you're healthy. All right. As you see, first thing in the morning, I do use supplements. There's a certain amount of supplements that I use. There are certain supplements that I use, and there's reasons why I use them. So that's always the first thing that I'm going to track. It's very simple. All you have to do is search it. There's also a barcode scanner, which you'll see later on. All you do is type it in. Now, every now and then, I'll type something in and it won't come up. All I do then is backtrack. But as you see, it's really not that difficult. They make it super easy. This app has come a long way. I used to have my clients use MyFitnessPal, but now I don't need to. I just have them come over here because then I'm their advisor. They can literally come and ask me questions about anything, especially when it comes to supplements. So all you have to do is continue. You start and you keep going. You don't get good at something by trying it once or twice or even 3 times. You have to keep going. Why is this not important? Why are we not making it important? This is a must. Our bodies have fuel requirements. Have you ever noticed that you're tired at the end of the day? That's probably because you're not getting enough to eat. A lot of people don't eat enough and then wonder why they're not losing weight. Not eating enough and strict dieting or over dieting can actually slow your metabolism down. But if we are fueling our bodies and putting in our bodies what our bodies need throughout the day, we will find that not only do we have more energy, but we also speed up our metabolism and we begin to see the results we desire. I always say protein is king. We need to be making sure we're getting enough protein. One way to do this is to add Formula 1. Formula 1 is a protein isolate. It is the Lamborghini of protein isolates out there because it is processed at a lower temperature and it is produced slower. When we cook protein at a high temperature, we actually degrade the protein. So what it says on most of the supplements that you see, and as you see, I got a text during that, but what you see on most supplements is not correct. They usually cook them at a higher temperature, which degrades the protein content. But because supplements are not regulated by the FDA, they can put whatever they want on the label. That's why it's important for us to do our due diligence. We must research, or we look for people who do the research already, like me. I've been researching for years. I learned protein for brain health. I learned protein to get my daughter off of her ADHD medications. I learned protein to get my mom off of a lot of her medications. That's why I learned about protein. For brain health, for nutrition purposes, but especially for women, protein is in every single cell of our bodies. It's in our hormones. It is used for immunity. It is literally used for every single daily metabolic process in our bodies. Protein is king, so we must be getting enough of it. But we also have to add real food. So that's what you see. I'm searching foods, I'm adding it in. Like I said, I use the barcode scanner if it's something that has a barcode. It's not rocket science, you guys. The main thing is, like I said, starting, continuing to practice, and making it important. All right? As you see, we're not even that long into this. So this is why in chapter 2 of my book, I talk about time management. I also coach on this. It's super important. Now you're going to see that I'm using the barcode scanner. All you do is get the package, scan it. 9 times out of 10, it will come up. Every now and then I find a food that doesn't come up, but that's when I just go in and search it. I find something close and I put that in. Tracking some is better than tracking none. I also tell my clients to take pictures throughout the day. If you're out and about and you're not able to track the food that you're eating, take a picture of it and then track it later. Again, literally, you can do this in under 10 minutes. If you cannot carve out 10 minutes out of your day and make this important, I honestly don't know what to tell you. It baffles me when people make everything else in their lives important, but their health. We will tend to put our health on the back burner so we can do everything else. We'll track our finances, we'll track our KPIs for business, we'll track literally everything else in our lives, but we're not willing to track for our health. That's a problem, and it's something that we have to change. This has to change. We don't have to wait until we have to go to the hospital. We don't have to wait until we get diagnosed with high blood pressure or diabetes or any of those other metabolic disorders that can be prevented. We don't have to wait until we get sick all the time. We can start today. Implement more fruits and vegetables. Get rid of some of the processed foods. Make sure your protein intake is good. Make sure you're drinking enough water. Again, this is not rocket science. We just have to start making ourselves important. And why are we not? I don't care what everyone else in the world is doing. It's time for you to put yourself first. I don't follow the crowd. I do what I need to do. And as a leader, I hope the crowd follows me. So that's why I'm showing you this. That's why I make my own health important. That's why my family's health is important. I learned this to help everybody around me. So I hope you got something out of this, and I hope you'll use the link, download the app, and get in the game. It's time.